G'day, how's it going? Alright, we'll be going through the top 5 SMGs for Modern Warfare 2. Alright, as you can tell, we've got 2 game data side up. All the usual stuff, so we've got it on TTK, 100 base health, and combination shots here. We've got the Kastov 74U, which I know it's not an SMG, but it is. And we've got all the other SMGs here, so we've got the Fennec, Hurricane, the MP5, Minback, MX9, the PDSW 528, we've got the Vaznek 9K, and we've got the Vel 46. So as you can see, there's not much of a difference in the time to kill, especially at that close range. So with subbies, you'll be looking from 0 to about 30 meters is your ideal area for using a submachine gun. And the standout here is obviously the 74U. This thing is frying from 10 meters all the way up to about 45 meters and is the clear winner for TTK in this area. From 0 to about 9 meters, we've got the MP5, so that's the clear winner here. And then in this dark green color, we've got the Vaznek 9K, but as you can tell, it's just kind of a blur of colors here because it's all really close at this close range and with the current meta. So if we scroll back up and we change this over to 250 health and 3 plates, we'll get a bit more separation between each weapon. So on the light pink here, we've got the Fennec, which is the quickest TTK in Warzone 2 at the moment. We've got the Lachmann Sub coming in second here, and then we've got the Kastov 74U, which is reaching out to about 22 meters and keeping that #1 spot in this area here, and then it gets taken back by the Fennec. As you can see, the Fennec goes out to pretty good range and keeps a decent TTK over long ranges here. Take a quick look at the damage per mag here, and as you can see, the Minback and the Vaznes are the clear winners for damage per mag, but the rest of the competition is very close. So as you can see, the bottom 2 here is pretty much the Fennec and the Lachmann Sub, and they're both the lowest for damage per mag. Right, moving over to the builds and how they perform. At number 5, we've got the Vaznes 9K. So how I built this is we've got the Ripper underbarrel, which helps us with that aim idle stability, hip fire accuracy, and recoil stabilization, with a little drop to our aim down sight speed and walking speed. A lot of people are rating the VX Pineapple grip, and it does give you a lot of recoil control and stabilization. However, it reduces your aim down sight speed by a significant and noticeable amount, so I prefer sticking with the Ripper. It gives you all the pros with not much cons. We've got the Forge X90F for that sound suppression and recoil smoothness while keeping us off the minimap and only a slight nerf to our damage range. We've got the Schlagen Pegbox 4, which is just aim down sight speed to help out a bit. I've got the Otrazat stock, which gives us that aim walking speed and sprint to fire speed at a slight con to our aim stability. And we've got the True Tac grip, which gives us that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed with a slight drop to our recoil control. This is how the Vaznek performs in the field. As you can see, you've got pretty good movement and aim down sight speed. Doesn't really have too much recoil. So when we don't control this bad boy, you don't get too much rise out of it. Make sure you hit that like button and sub to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm on my way to 1,000 subs and you could really help out. Cheers. Moving on to number 4, we've got the Vel 46. So we've built this with the FTAC Ripper 56 again. Same, we've also got the Forge DX90F muzzle on this one as well. We've got the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser for that aim down sight speed. With the stock, we've got the Vel A568 collapse stock, which gives us aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control at a slight reduction to our aim recoil, aim stability, and flinch resistance. And in the grips, we've got the ZLR combat grip, which gives us a bit more recoil control to help out and counter the stock. And here's the Vel 46. Pretty easy to control, not much recoil, and the aim down sight speed's quick, and I'll show you uncontrolled. We've got a little bit of recoil there. Moving along to our 3rd place, we've got the MX9. So how I've built this is same muzzle. We've got the Forge DX90F for the barrel. We've gone with the 16.5 STB factory barrel. It's got a recoil control and bullet velocity, with a slight reduction to our movement speed and aim down sight speed. We've got the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser for that aim down sight speed. With the optics, I run the Chrono Mini Pro. I just don't like the iron sights on this one. And the Chronom Mini Pro is just a nice blue dot, and it's my favorite optics. With optics, it's just personal preference, whatever you prefer and can hit your shots with, that's what you use. And the last one, we've got the FTAC C11 Riser, which adds to our sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed and a small reduction to aim stability and aim walking speed. Right, we've got the MX9 now, so aims in pretty quick. I think the blue dot really helps here. This thing absolutely flies over all ranges. And we've got uncontrolled. Pretty easy to control. Number 2, we've got the Fennec 45. So how we've built this is we've got the Fennec Mag 45, which gives us that 45 round drum, a small reduction to pretty much everything mobility wise, but with this thing you really need those extra rounds because it flies through them. We've got the phase 3 grip underbarrel, which gives us that aiming idle stability, hip fire accuracy and recoil stabilization at a reduction to walking speed and aim down sight speed. With the barrel, we've got the Fennec covert force, so this gives us an integral suppressor on the weapon with the barrel, so it's a sound suppressor, damage range, hip fire accuracy and bullet velocity, and a small reduction to our aim down sight speed and hip recoil control. Again, I've got the Chronom Mini Pro optic on this one. I don't like the iron sights on the Fennec, so that's what I run. If you like the iron sights, you can swap this out and chuck on the 1mW quickfire laser for a quicker aim down sight speed, even though it's pretty quick. And the last thing we've got on this, for the stock, we've got the Agile Assault E7 stock, which adds to our sprint to fire, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, aim down sight speed, and gives us a small reduction to the aim stability and recoil control, which pretty much completely counters all the cons from the magazine. For the Fennec now, a little bit slower to aim down sight, but it makes it a lot more of a laser beam and even kind of take out things at long ranges. And we've got uncontrolled now. It's got a bit of recoil too. And in our number 1 spot, we've got the Lachmann Sub, or the MP5. So we've got the 50 round drum just to help out with that rounds per mag. We've got the phase 3 underbarrel grip, which helps out with our aim idle stability, hip fire accuracy, and recoil stabilization. With a slight drop to our walking speed and aim down sight speed. We've got the Forged DX90F muzzle again for that sound suppression and recoil smoothness to keep us off the map. We've got the L38 Falcon 226mm barrel, that movement speed and aim down sight speed at a small reduction to bullet velocity and recoil control. And we've got the 1mW quickfire laser. A lot of pros are running this with the LM stockless mod here, which gives you insane movement speed and aim down sight speed, sprint to fire, and gives you a lot of positives here, but it gives you massive recoil control and aim stability and flinch resistance cons. So if you want the extra movement speed and you're pretty good at controlling recoil, then I'd definitely chuck the stockless mod on here, but I can't really control it and I prefer just getting the aim down sight speed here. This thing still moves pretty good and has a quick aim down sight speed, so I'm not too worried about the stock. I'd rather hit my shots. And we've got the Lachmann Sub. Uncontrolled. Not too much recoil there. And our bonus subby here, we've got the Kastov 74U. How we've built this is we've got the 45 round drum. We've got the FSS Covert V, which gives us sound suppression, bullet velocity, and recoil smoothment. A slight reduction to our aim down sight speed and aim stability. We've got the BR209 barrel, which gives us movement speed and aim down sight speed again. A small reduction to bullet velocity and recoil control. We've got the Otrazat stock here, which gives us aim walking speed, sprint to fire speed, and a small reduction to our aim stability. And we've got the True Tac grip, which gives us that sprint to fire and aim down sight speed, and another reduction to our control. And lastly, the 74U. As you can see, not as mobile with an as with an SMG, but it's pretty close. But You make up for it. We'll have how hard this thing hits. And the recoil isn't too bad. Right, that was my top 5 SMGs. Cheers for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you watch my video on the top 5 ARs. Hope you have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.